Right now, more Wisconsinites will become eligible to receive the COVID vaccine next week. An update on the larger age range. And GE Healthcare has laid off about 140 workers from the Madison plant as ventilator production slows.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kent. Thanks for tuning in on this Tuesday. Wisconsinites ages 65 and older will be eligible to receive the COVID vaccine starting next week. According to DHS officials, there are approximately 700,000 people who will be eligible. Right now, the state is receiving 70,000 first doses of the vaccine from the federal government each week, so it's going to take some time for the vaccine to be distributed. Public Health Madison and Dane County has launched a new online COVID data tracker. It shows trends in age, race, and ethnicity, hospitalizations, and vaccinations in Dane County. The data, pulled directly from DHS database, is updated daily. You can check it out at publichealthmdc.com. The U.S. is set to reach another grim milestone today as the nationwide coronavirus death toll is expected to pass the 400,000 mark. Cases and hospitalizations are on the decline nationally, but with more infectious variants spreading in at least 20 different states right now, experts warn don't expect cases to drop too low.
This is what I think is extremely concerning and why this race we have between the virus and the variants and the vaccine administration right now is so critical.
From amusement parks to arena parking lots to livestock event centers, vaccine super sites are popping up all over the country wherever there's room. Let's go to meteorologist Hattie McClain now with a look at your first WARN forecast. Good afternoon, Hads.
Good afternoon, Mark. Well, I saw a few peaks of sunshine here at my house just briefly this afternoon, but the clouds have returned. We are going to see some snow spread into the area as well. Take a live look from the WIC-TV sky camera shot. Nothing but clouds on this shot looking east of the station. Take a look at radar and you will see that there is some snow spreading into the area from the west. Already some light snow falling across parts of west central Wisconsin. That snow will continue to work its way to the south and east. It has taken a little bit further northerly track, so it looks like most of our area is actually going to see at least a little bit of light snow. A pretty short duration event for us just through the afternoon and early evening time frame as this clipper type system moves through. Day planner temperatures take us into the low 20s, which is pretty much where we are right now. Temperatures will hold nearly steady through the afternoon. We are going to turn much colder overnight tonight. Coming up, we'll talk snow totals and that extended forecast.
All right, we'll see you then. Thanks, Hattie. New at noon, we are learning more than 90 employees at GE Healthcare in Madison were laid off on Friday. The layoffs follow a decrease in production of ventilators and anesthesia machines. Back in December, local union leaders say more than 50 employees were laid off back in December. The Madison plant ramped up hiring efforts last spring to increase ventilator production after GE received a $336 million contract under the Defense Protection Act. Vice President Mike Pence visited the plant to highlight the increased production. We'll have more on this developing story tonight on News 3 Now. Dane County Sheriff Dave Mahoney is retiring from law enforcement. We learned during a press conference this morning that he's going to become the Director of Strategy and Support at American Family Insurance. Mahoney has spent 41 years in law enforcement, 40 of which have been with the Dane County Sheriff's Office.
When I leave office, to lead an organization of outstanding, committed men and women of character and values. That's what makes this decision the hardest, is that I've grown to love and work with the men and women who chose to serve others before themselves.
Since Mahoney is retiring before his 4-year term concludes, Governor Evers will be in charge of appointing a replacement. New at noon, President-elect Joe Biden has selected Pennsylvania Health Secretary Rachel Levine to be his Assistant Secretary of Health. She is poised to become the first openly transgender federal official to be confirmed by the Senate. Levine was appointed to her current post in 2017 and has emerged as a public face of Pennsylvania's COVID response. Instead of crowds of people filling the National Mall on Inauguration Day, there is a field of American flags. The Presidential Inaugural Committee has planted nearly 192,000 United States flags on the National Mall. on the lawn there. They represent the American people who can't attend Biden's swearing in due to the coronavirus and security concerns. The National Mall and surrounding areas are closed. President-elect Biden spent his final night at his home in Delaware as he's leaving home to come to Washington, D.C. This time tomorrow, he'll officially be the President of the United States of America. Skylar Henry has more details from Capitol Hill.
President-elect Joe Biden heads to Washington, D.C. today to kick off inaugural events. CBS News has confirmed reports the FBI is investigating online chatter from far-right extremists connected to QAnon conspiracy theories about posing as National Guard members to get close to the inauguration. Amid threats of violence, security has been fortified for the inauguration to happen as planned.
It's as vulnerable as the government ever gets, but I think it's an important message to send.
President-elect Biden has acknowledged that work needs to be done to get lawmakers operating in a bipartisan fashion again. He's invited congressional leaders to join him at church tomorrow morning ahead of the inauguration. Senate confirmation hearings began today for 5 of Mr. Biden's cabinet picks, including his choices to lead the State Department, Treasury, Pentagon, and Homeland Security, along with the Director of National Intelligence. Treasury Secretary nominee Janet Yellen told lawmakers they need to quickly pass a nearly $2 trillion coronavirus relief package. Other priorities for the new president include rejoining the Paris Climate Agreement, reversing the Muslim travel ban, and requiring masks in all federal buildings. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And President Trump plans to leave the White House early tomorrow morning. He'll be at his Mar-a-Lago, Florida home before the inauguration even begins. CBS News will have inaugural coverage tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can see it right here on News 3 Now. A Maryland boy will be honored during tomorrow's inauguration celebration for his inspiring work helping others. Throughout the pandemic, 8-year-old Kavanaugh Bell has been delivering supplies and building mobile pantries for communities in need. His work even got the attention of Kamala Harris. Kavanaugh shared a little preview of what he'll be saying on Inauguration Day.
It goes a little something like this. I inspire others to change the world. Because the pandemic left so many in need, I decided to make care packs to help elderly people in my community. And that's all I can tell you.
Again, he's 8. Kavanaugh will be introducing musician Justin Timberlake during the inauguration primetime special. And there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. For the first time, NASA will record the sounds of Mars. We'll explain what they're expecting to hear when we come back.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
If your home is drafty and cold in the winter and your heating bills are out of control, it's time for a visit from Dr. Energy Saver by Larson Home Services. Our team will show you where and why your home is using, losing, and wasting energy. We will conduct a comprehensive energy evaluation of your home, identifying problem areas and providing a customized solution that fits your needs. We offer a full range of installation services for your home aimed at eliminating drafts in your living areas, attic, basement, and crawl spaces. These energy upgrades will save you big money on your energy bills and make your home more comfortable and efficient. Our team will provide effective, long-lasting solutions, and right now take 50% off installation labor, get a free heat map analysis of your home, and get a $100 Visa gift card when you sign up for Dr. Energy Saver package. Call now to set up your free estimate because this doctor makes house calls.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Warm up and save big during Steinhaffel's winter sale. Save 35% store-wide, and with Steinhaffel's 60-month special financing, your new room has never been more affordable. Get great deals like a Beauty Rest Queen mattress starting at $399. This sofa now only $499. A queen bed $799. Or this dining set just $949. Steinhaffel's has the largest selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses for every style and budget. So warm up and save at Steinhaffel's winter sale.
Welcome back. NASA has red-hot plans for the Red Planet next month. The space agency has 3 separate missions for Mars in February. One of them will allow the people living here on Earth to hear sounds from Mars for the first time. Microphones riding on NASA's Perseverance rover will record audio. NASA expects to hear ambient noises like wind and the rover as it works. Mars's atmosphere is colder and a lot less dense than Earth's. Experts say if you were speaking on Mars, your voice would sound more muffled, and it would take longer for others to hear you. The U.S. Postal Service is shining a spotlight on the sun. In 2021, NASA's images of the star of the center of the solar system can be found on forever stamps. The 20-stamp set is comprised of 10 images, including the sun's coronal loops and ultraviolet light. More information available at NASA's website. Wall Street returns from the long holiday weekend and a flexible way to take part in the best of 2 diet plans. Naomi Ruckham has your Money Watch report.
Wall Street returns for a shortened week. On Friday, stocks fell. The Dow lost 177 points. The Nasdaq dropped 114. The S&P 500 was down 27. It's a big week for quarterly earnings. Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, and Netflix all report today. Earnings season got off to a slow start last week with several banks seeing their shares fall, including Wells Fargo and JP Morgan Chase. Janet Yellen wants Congress to act big with a new coronavirus relief package. As President-elect Joe Biden's nominee for Treasury Secretary, she will testify before the Senate Finance Committee today as part of her confirmation hearing. In prepared remarks, she says in the long run, the benefits outweigh the costs if they care about helping people who have been struggling. President-elect Biden is preparing to sign dozens of executive actions when he takes office tomorrow. According to several media reports, one of those will be to cancel the Keystone Pipeline expansion. Environmentalists and local Native American groups have fought the controversial project for decades. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Naomi Ruckham.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's up 162 points. The Nasdaq up 154. The S&P 500 up almost 30. Coming up next on News 3 Now at noon, colder with a few flurries, but we're not expecting much snow accumulation at all this week. Hattie will have your first warm forecast coming up.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo has a question for you. Have you ever bought a piece of furniture in a box and then had to put it together yourself? We know it's not fun. At McGann's, everything is professionally inspected and assembled before pickup or delivery. Goodbye headaches, and there's no extra charge for assembly. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in soon and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
In a moment, it's all gone. Your job, your car, and if you're not careful, your entire future. When you're seriously injured in an accident, call a powerful law firm and find out what your case may really be worth. Put a law firm with experience and resources on your side.
I called Hupy and Abraham.
Get every dollar you may deserve.
They got me more than I expected. A whole lot more.
Call Hupy and Abraham. Tell them you mean business.
At Menards, we have what you need to finish your painting projects. Dutch Boy DuraClean Interior Paint is a paint and primer in one with a beautiful look that's washable, scrubbable, and stain resistant. Interior flat is just $19.99 a gallon. Plus, we offer free custom color matching and tinting to create over 2,000 color options. Give your home a fresh look and save big money with Dutch Boy Paint from Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
We're not going to get back to normal in the immediate future. I think this is one of those things that's kind of fun to think about.
Coronavirus altered our reality with a new normal of staying home, wearing masks, and socially distancing. But as the vaccine rolls out in Wisconsin, when could life start to return to what it once was? Tonight at 10.
Hi, folks. Wednesday morning, we're talking to a local security expert as law enforcement works to keep both the U.S. and Wisconsin Capitol safe during Inauguration Day. We'll see you Wednesday morning starting at 4:30.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
After the long holiday weekend, let's check in with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee. Hi, Pam.
Hey there, and the long holiday weekend apparently tempered a lot of enthusiasm in Chicago as far as corn, soybeans, even our dairy complex. We had started off very, very quiet this morning. When I did my early farm show this morning, we didn't see much movement at all, and now it's all been to the downside. On other news relative to Wisconsin farmers in our rural communities, it looks like there's more than 15 Wisconsin associations, commodity groups, agribusinesses that have written a very strongly worded letter to the Wisconsin Health Services and asked that farmers, farm workers, and those involved in the food processing industry be given priority in the Phase 1B rollout of the COVID vaccine. I talked last week with Thomas Houlihan from the Wisconsin Potato and Vegetable Growers, and he said that as it stands right now, none of those categories have been included in the advisory. Of course, public comment on that closed yesterday, but the group said that they can document the high risk that our farm workers and those involved in food processing are because of their conditions. And also, remember, they have to show up for work. They can't do their job virtually, and that means that they're all the more critical. And Thomas said, you know, you thought we might have learned our lesson earlier in 2020 when food shelves were empty and we were having troubles keeping grocery stores really at capacity. He said apparently that message did not get through to those folks that are putting together the Phase 1B guidelines, but we'll see if the letter and all the public input has made a dent when they come out with their recommendations, hopefully sometime this week. Dairy markets today, like I said, the fluid milk contracts are now down about double digits all the way around. It's just a cooling, if you will, of all the commodities. Barrel cheese dropped a penny and a quarter today at $1.56. 40-pound block cheese was down $3 at $1.80. But on the bright note, and I'm happy to bring a bright note, butter was up 11.5 cents today at $1.40.5 per pound. That and our Packer victory, good to go for a Tuesday.
Going to be a big game on Sunday, that's for sure.
Oh, I'm getting nervous already.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Thank you, man. Right. Let's check the weather now. Here is Hattie with that.
And maybe Mother Nature will be playing a big part in that game on Sunday. We'll have more details of that weekend storm coming up in just a few minutes. But let's talk about the 3 things that you need to know going forward today. We do have some snows expected to move into the area this afternoon. It's already on the radar map and headed in this direction. I've upped snow totals just a little bit for mainly the southwestern corner of our viewing area, where we could see some isolated amounts up to 2 inches of accumulation. Now, it's not going to be as cold tomorrow thanks to a pretty strong southwesterly wind. That'll likely create a wind chill through the day, so keep that in mind. And then we are keeping our eye on that snowstorm for Saturday night, Sunday time frame. That'll be this coming weekend. Speaking of snow, here's what's happening right now. You see that snow shifting into central Wisconsin. Areas mainly south of the interstate are likely going to see that accumulating snow, but you'll see that the flurries extend even north and east of the interstate. So most of our viewing area is at least going to see a little bit of flurry activity. The snow will reduce visibility just briefly, and it could create some slippery conditions conditions on the roads. Here's your future track forecast model showing you that snow spreading through the area this afternoon. It'll likely still be around for the evening commute, but wind down quickly after about 6 or 7 o'clock for most of the area. Total accumulation, again, jumped it up just a little bit in mainly southwestern Wisconsin, where we're seeing some banding of snow. Already some reports of 1 inch to maybe 1.5 inches of very fluffy snow across parts of northeastern Iowa and southwestern Minnesota. So those bands are going to rotate into southern Wisconsin. Not a lot of change for that accumulation expected here in Madison. Still looking like 1/2 inch to about 1 inch. Here's a look at our temperatures. We're actually up a degree to 26 here in Madison, so a little bit warmer than I forecast. Maybe that brief bit of sunshine bumped temperatures up at the airport. Mid to upper 20s right now. Don't expect those temperatures to climb much more as that snow moves in. Winds are from the west around 5 to 12 miles per hour, so not terribly strong, but enough to bump those wind chills back down into the teens for southern Wisconsin this afternoon. So if you're headed out, plan on that light snow. Future track wind chills will be a factor overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Thanks to all that cloud cover that we've had, we really haven't had very much cold air in the area, but it will definitely be chilly tomorrow morning if you're headed out for a walk early with the dogs. Wind chills will be in the single digits below 0. Here's a look at your extended forecast then. We have a couple of quiet days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Snow spreads in late Saturday and continues through the day on Sunday. Some accumulation is possible with that next storm as we head into the first part of next week.
All right, let's have to wait and see how much we get. Thank you, Hattie. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Get ready to be surprised by how fast we can make a slow roasted classic. You won't want to miss this one.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. Keep a neighbor in crisis safely in their home during these difficult times by supporting and donating to the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
Millions of customers are leaving their providers and switching to Spectrum. And if you have satellite, it's not hard to see why. Because unlike satellite, Spectrum gives you all the services you need, like internet and TV from one provider.
They do?
Yeah, they do. And Spectrum has the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance. Get Spectrum Internet with speeds at 200 megabits for $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. Spectrum wins on TV, too. Unlike satellite, Spectrum doesn't have an ugly dish to install. And you get exclusive premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
Wow, really?
Really. Plus, Spectrum has more free HD and free on demand. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. And unlike satellite providers, Spectrum doesn't have contracts or early termination fees. We'll even buy out your current contract up to $500. Switch to America's fastest growing internet, TV, and voice provider. Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each. Ask about our easy self-install options. Call 833-909-4499.
So I can get the latest phones free with no hidden requirements?
Yep. And do I have to get the most expensive plan?
Nope. No plan restrictions.
Okay, but we have to trade in our phones.
Right?
Right?
Nope. Keep your phones.
Did you say free phone?
Yep. The latest phone's free for you.
Okay.
Switch to US Cellular and get the latest 5G phones free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful, one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture on the line, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Today we're talking brisket. No, not the kind you find at a barbecue competition. This brisket doesn't require any seasoning rub or long hours in a smoker. The kind we're making today is more of a slow-cooked pot roast, and it goes together like this. This is a fresh brisket, not to be confused with a pickled corned beef brisket that we would serve on St. Patrick's Day. To get this ready for the oven, all we have to do is throw together a basic sauce made from ketchup, mustard, and brown sugar. Now, we take a cup of this and add some water to it and pour it into a roasting pan. We place the brisket on top of that, fat side up, and slather it with the rest of the sauce. At this point, the oven does the rest of the work. Once it's fork tender, which takes a few hours, all you have to do is slice it across the grain, and it's ready to serve. To say this brisket is full of flavor is an understatement, and it's so tender. To get the easy recipe for our crowd-pleasing brisket, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a slow-roasted way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard. 2020 was a year a lot of us lost sleep over, whether it was COVID-19 or all the political chaos. Martha Kolowski tells us about what got one Sparta area family tossing and turning at night. When the news can seem so negative, even overwhelming, sometimes we need something or someone to remind us of the simpler things that used to keep us up at night.
A pandemic, the economy, and politics have all carried over from 2020 and have a lot of us losing sleep. Here on the Craig farm, just outside of Sparta, the day-to-day anxiety is just as high.
And that's when at 1:30 in the morning, like I said, didn't know what was going on.
With a new addition to the family expected any day, it's even got 11-year-old Peyton pacing the floor.
She's extremely overdue, and I've been keeping an eye on her.
In fact, Peyton has been so concerned
Until I looked at my alert on my phone and got the picture of the video.
She was losing sleep.
And it was Peyton coming in here checking on her sheep.
And literally counting sheep.
This is Isabel, that's Zoe, that's Ariel, and that's Blackie.
This is who is causing all the tossing and turning. Isabel, Peyton's award-winning sheep, who is way overdue.
And she's been showing signs of labor, so I've been coming out here and checking on her to see if she needs me to help her pull.
A labor of love that spills over even in the middle of the night.
Good job, Isabel.
But maybe, just maybe, what happened here at the Craig farm is a sign of things to come, that we all may be sleeping a little easier soon.
Are you excited?
Because even though 2021 came in like a lion, maybe it will go out like a lamb. For News 3 Now, I'm Martha Kolowski.
And more good news to pass along. Isabel did have a healthy lamb. Mama and baby are doing fine, and they decided to name the lamb, of course, Martha. Here's Hattie, one final check of the forecast.
Our forecast for this afternoon will include some snow. No snow just yet here in Madison, but take a look at the visibility map. Visibility is down to about 3/4 of a mile in Viroqua, 1/2 a mile in Black River Falls, and a mile in Camp Douglas. A good indication that snow is falling in those locations. And the radar map matches up with that. We'll see that light snow continue to work its way to the south and east through the afternoon. Again, this is a clipper system, so light snow, short duration. The precipitation is only going to last a few hours into the evening before coming to an end rather quickly. Here's another look at total accumulation. We're seeing anywhere from less than 1/2 inch north and east of Madison to almost 2 inches possible across parts of southwestern Wisconsin. So that southwestern corridor of the state does stand the chance to see the highest snow totals from this system. Pretty quiet and a little warmer for Wednesday and Thursday with highs back in the low 30s. Southwest winds will be responsible for those warmer temperatures, so there will be a wind chill factor tomorrow. We're cooling things down on Friday and for the upcoming weekend. Again, keeping our eyes on the Saturday-Sunday time frame.
All right, Hattie, thank you. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Have a great afternoon.